Yeah. Take a deep breath. Look around you. The world is moving fast. But some things never shake. Step inside the labyrinth. Find your center. Beyond state of mind, yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. There. Let's go. 54 towers rising up to the blue, 216 faces looking at you. No matter where you stand, no matter where you tread, there's a giant stone smile watching over your head. Through the heat of the midday, through the chill of the breeze, they look down on the earth with the ultimate ease. They saw the kingdoms rise, saw the empires fall, saw the march of the centuries scaling the wall. But the eyes stay closed and the lips stay curved. Not a single stone feature is ever perturbed. I'm trying to take that energy into my day. When the drama starts to crowd and the clouds turn to gray, you can throw your worst storm, you can bring all your hate, but you can't break the seal of a sovereign state. I got 100 stone faces watching over my path, keeping my cool through the storm and the wrath. Serenely smiling while the world spins around. Got that Bayon state of mind, we are keeping our crown. Yeah, keeping our peace, keeping our cool. We don't react to the noise of the fool. Got that Bayon state of mind. Yeah. Jay Obama's vision carved deep in the block, a message of compassion that is solid as rock. Avalokiteshvara looking down from the height, reminding us that anger never wins in the fight. In the middle of the chaos, in the middle of the street, when the pressure starts to rise and you're feeling the heat, that's when you gotta tap into the peace of the past. Build a temple in your mind that is destined to last. No ego in the mirror, no greed in the chest, just a quiet understanding that we've already been blessed. I keep my eyes half closed, let the worries slide by, with my feet on the ground and my soul in the sky. They built the walls thick so the spirit could grow. Now we carry that silence wherever we go. I got 100 stone faces watching over my path, keeping my cool through the storm and the wrath. So really smiling while the world spins around. Got that Bayon state of mind, we are keeping our ground. Yeah, keeping our peace, keeping our cool. We don't react to the noise of the fool. Got that Bayon state of mind. Quiet your mind. Quiet your mind. Quiet your mind. Let the noise fade away. The past is a guide for the steps of today. They wanted us broken, they wanted us blind, but we found our defense in the peace of the mind. No weapon can touch it, no fire can burn. The ultimate wisdom we struggled to learn. Smile through the struggle, smile through the pain, and watch how you rise through the wind and the rain. I got 100 stone faces watching over my path, keeping my cool through the storm and the wrath. Serenely smiling while the world spins around. Got that Bayon state of mind, we are keeping our crown. Yeah, keeping our peace, keeping our cool. We don't react to the noise of the fool. Got that Bayon state of mind.
Keep smiling. They can't touch your peace. 216 smiles
in the heart of the storm, in the heart of the people.
Bayon state of mind. Always. Yeah.
Always. Yeah. Look at your hands. Really look at them. These aren't just hands, they're the blueprint. The same fingers that hold the pen, the mic, the plow today. Carved the sky 900 years ago. We never left. Listen close. I walk through the stone gates, feeling the cold breeze. memories, whispers of the ancestors flowing through the trees. I run my palms on the carvings, feeling every groove, and suddenly the centuries don't feel so hard to move. It's not just a tourist stop, it's not a relic in a book, it's a mirror staring back at us every time we look. The woman painting in the market, the kid writing the rhyme, the student staying up late fighting against the time. We carry the same focus, the same design in the mind, the dedication to the craft that they left behind. They dragged the heavy sandstone, they aligned it with the sun. They didn't stop the labor till the masterpiece was done. So don't you ever let them tell you that your destiny is small. You are the direct descendant of the giants on the wall. I see the sweat of the builders running deep in my veins, through the laughter and the triumph, through the struggle and pains. We ain't just tourists walking through a dusty hall. We are the living bloodline that built up the wall. We are the bloodline, yeah, we carry the flame, through the fire and the rain, through the fire and the rain. We remember the name, bloodline of the builders. They thought the genius was lost, buried in the sand, but look at how we rise and rebuild this sacred land. The architect in Phnom Penh sketching out the new, the dancer in the theater making ancient legends true. The farmer in the bobbin sowing seeds in the clay, feeding the next generation, working through the day. That's the Angkor spirit, that's the unbreakable drive, the reason why our culture is beautifully alive. We went through the dark times, survived the heavy storm, but the fire in the soul remains bright and warm. It's in the way we speak, the way we welcome a guest, the pride that rises up when we stand chest to chest. You can't erase a legacy that's cold as in the cells. That's where the power of the empire dwells. I see the sweat of the builders running deep in my veins, through the laughter and the triumph, through the struggle and pains. We ain't just tourists walking through a dusty hall. We are the living bloodline that built up the wall. We are the bloodline, yeah, we carry the flame, through the fire and the rain, through the fire and the rain. We remember the name, bloodline of the builders. It's not just about the stone is just the shell. The true temple is the spirit where the people dwell. They built it out of sandstone, so we will never forget who we are, what we can do. So look in the mirror and see the builder in you. See the builder in you. See the sweat of the builders running deep in my veins, through the laughter and the triumph, through the struggle and pains. We ain't just tourists walking through a dusty hall. We are the living bloodline that built up the wall. We are the bloodline, yeah, we carry the flame, through the fire and the rain, through the fire and the rain. We remember the name, bloodline of the builders. Blood of the builder.
We send the DNA, never forgotten, always rising. We are the temple, yeah.
Yeah. Step into the gallery. 800 meters of pure history. Run your fingers along the stone. Can you feel the pulse? Let's read the walls. Walking through the gallery, the sunlight starts to fade. Step into a comic book that ancient artists made. East wall, look close, see the ocean start to spin. A tug of war of cosmic scale where nobody can win. 92 demons on the left side, pulling tight. 88 gods on the right, fighting for the light. Vasuki, the serpent king, coiled around the peak, churning up the ocean of milk for the nectar that they seek. In the center stands Vishnu, keeping balance in the storm, while the waves crash wild and the apsaras take form. It's a masterpiece of motion capture frozen in the gray. 1,000 years of battle looking fresh as yesterday. No ink, no paper, just a chisel and the spark, leaving messages of cosmic law shining in the dark.
Look close at the walls, history from the walls of a golden age.
Yeah, history. From the walls. Yeah, history from the wall. Now we pivot to the corner where the epic clash begins. A legendary struggle of the rival royal kings. Kurukshetra battlefield, Mahabharata pride. Arrows flying thick, there is nowhere left to hide. Soldiers falling off the chariots, horses in the days. A symphony of chaos carved inside a stone maze. Then we transition to the Rama legend battle of the kings, where the monkey army rages and the heavy broadsword swings. Ravana with his 10 heads roaring in the fight. Rama aiming with his bow, channeling the light. Hanuman is leaping through the panels, breaking through the lines. You can feel the heavy impact of the masterclass designs. They didn't have a screen, didn't need a cinema. They put the universe's drama right in front of you.
Look close at the wall, see the battle lines drawn. Churning of the ocean before the breaking of the dawn. Every carving is a lyric, every stone is a page. Reading history from the walls of a golden age.
History from the walls. History from the walls. But wait, look at the sound. The story takes a turn. No more myths or legends, got some history to learn. There he is, Suryavarman, sitting on his mount. 19 parasols are ranked, too many shields to count. His generals on elephants, marching in a row. Weapons raised high, ready for the final blow. This isn't just the fantasy of gods in the sky. This is the historic truth that time could never buy. The soldiers, the commanders, the allies from the west. An empire in its prime, putting rivals to the test.
Look close at the wall, see the battle lines drawn. Churning of the ocean before the breaking of the dawn. Every carving is a lyric, every stone is a page. Reading history from the walls of a golden age.
Read the walls, from the first block to the last. Our future is written in our past. Keep walking. Welcome to the peak. Before the world went global, we were already golden. Let's take them back. Let's take them back. Woo! Step into the capital, Yasodhara Raputa Grand. The biggest city in the world, stretching across the land. Look at the map back in 1296. Zhao Dagwin writing down the cultural mix. He saw the golden tower shining in the midday heat. Saw the merchant caravans crowded on the street. Silks from the north, spices from the southern sea. Trading on the daily, living wild and living free. No coins in the pocket, just the barter in the trade. Underneath the parasols, resting in the shade. From the Tony South Lake to the mountains in the sky, we had the whole region watching us with open eye. It wasn't just a kingdom, it was a thriving force, steered by the genius of a legendary course. Step into the golden age, where the waters always flow. Beret speed in the city, watching the empire grow. Before the world was global, we were shining in the east. 1 million people strong, from the peasant to the priest.
Golden age, yeah, we lit up the night.
Yeah. The empire shining with a different kind of light. We shining in the east. We engineered the water, we were masters of the grid. Solved the heavy puzzle that the modern world hid. We didn't wait for rain, didn't pray for a chance. We made the water move in the mathematical dance. The West Parade holding back the flood and the drought. 8 kilometers of genius, what we talking about? Feeding a million souls, year after year. A level of infrastructure nobody can near. And eyes running deep like the veins in your wrist, keeping us alive through the heat and the mist. While Europe was struggling through the dark of the age, we were writing history on the golden page. Green fields stretching far as the eye can see, the ultimate blueprint. peasant to the priest.
Golden age, yeah, we lit up the night.
Yeah.
My empire shining with a different kind of light.
Yeah, we shining in the east. Now fast forward the clock, see the kids on the block with the same golden spark that their history unlocked. They look at our past and they think it's a dream, but the blood of those builders is a flowing stream. We aren't just heirs to a monument of stone, we carry the brilliance right down to the bones. So lift up your head, let the pride overflow. The golden age is here, let the whole world know. Let them know, let them know. Let them know. Step into the golden age where the waters always flow. The race feeding the city, watching the empire grow. Before the world was global, we were shining in the east. A million people strong, from the peasant to the priest.
Golden age, yeah, we lit up the night. My empire shining with a different kind of light.
9 to 15, 600 years of gold. The story isn't finished, still being told. We still shining, yeah, yeah. Yeah, turn the speakers up. We walked the temples, we've read the stone, but our story, man, our story is just getting started. Look at the horizon, the foundation is solid. Now let's build the future. Let's go. I look at the dirt beneath my sneakers today, the same ground where the ancient kingdom used to play. 1,000 years of rain, 1,000 years of sun, and we're still standing here when all is said and done. But we can't just live in the shadow of the spires. We gotta take that ancient spark and light our own fires. The blueprint was drawn by the masters of old, but we got our own stories that have never been told. I see the young dreamers coding on the screen, creating new worlds that the world has never seen. The artists, the scholars, the builders of the new, designing a future that is beautiful and true. We hold the tradition, we keep it in the chest, but we're flying high, putting our limits to the test. It's written in the sky, it's rooted in the soil, a monument of peace, born from centuries of toil. They can take away the riches, but they can't take the soul. Angkor Wat is the heart that keeps the nation whole. Yeah, yeah, we planting the seeds of the tomorrow we make. Every single promise that we never will break. Legacy in the soil. We are the innovators, the leaders of the change, expanding our reach to a global scale range, taking the pride of the provinces wide with the spirit of the ancestors walking by our side. From the Phnom skyline, reaching for the clouds, to the faces in the stadium singing out loud. We are breaking the barriers, rewriting the rules, equipped with the wisdom they don't teach in the schools. It's about resilience, it's about the climb, standing on a legacy that beats the test of time. So let the music play, let the children laugh and run. A new dawn is breaking, we've only just begun. From the clay to the concrete, the energy is real. You can hear it in our voice, you can see it in our steel. It's written in the sky, it's rooted in the soil, a monument of peace, born from centuries of toil. They can take away the riches, but they can't take the soul. Angkor Wat is the heart that keeps the nation whole. Yeah, yeah, we planting the seeds of the tomorrow we make. Every single promise that we never will break. Legacy in the soil. The stone is eternal, but stone cannot breathe. It's the people who live, it's the dreams we retrieve. We are the living temple, we are the light, shining through the dark, making the future bright. So plant your feet deep in the earth of this land and know exactly where you stand. You are the seed, now watch us grow. Watch us grow. It's written in the sky, Look at the water. It's not just a decoration, it's a boundary, a shield. Before you even think of stepping onto the sacred causeway, you gotta ask yourself if you're worthy. Moat majesty. Yeah. Yeah. 190 meters of deep dark blue, a liquid mirror holding up a warning for you. Before you touch the sandstone, before you reach the gate, you gotta cross the water where the guardians wait. It's a physical fortress, a brilliant design, drawing a massive, undeniable line. They dug the earth deep, they let the rivers flow in to keep out the chaos and the outside din. You can stand on the bank, you can look from afar, but you can't touch the glory of the central star. It teaches us a lesson about holding our space, protecting the temple of our own holy place. Set your boundaries wide, let the waters run deep. Keep the promises and keys that you promised to keep. We got the moat wide open, keeping enemies at bay, protecting the sacred ground where the ancestors pray. Majesty in the center, reflection in the stream. We guard the legacy, preserving the dream. We guard the borders, yeah, we hold the line, protecting what is sacred, protecting what is mine. We guard the borders, yeah, we hold the line, protecting what is sacred, protecting what is mine. It's the cosmic ocean in the ancient design, where the mortal world ends and the heavens align. But on a human level, it's a shield of defense, making sure the enemy can't climb up the fence. In a world full of takers trying to drain out your well, you gotta build a moat around the place where you dwell. You can't let everybody walk across the bridge, protecting every corner from the valley to the ridge. They want the riches of the temple, but they don't want the grind. They want the gold of the spirit, but they leave you behind. So let the water rise high, let the barriers stand. The ultimate security of a sovereign land. No extraction of a culture, no stealing our peace. We stand behind the water till the storms all cease. We got the moat wide open, keeping enemies at bay, protecting the sacred ground where the ancestors pray. Majesty in the center, reflection in the stream. We guard the legacy, preserving the dream. We guard the borders, yeah, we hold the line, protecting what is sacred, protecting what is mine. We guard the borders, yeah, we hold the line, protecting what is sacred, protecting what is mine. Water is a giver, but water is a wall, built to hold the rise and prevent the fall. We are peaceful people, but make no mistake, we will guard every single promise we make. Look at the reflection, see how calm it lies. But try to cross the border and see the empire rise. Yeah, see the empire rise. We got the moat wide open, keeping enemies at bay, protecting the sacred ground where the ancestors pray. Majesty in the center, reflection in the stream. We guard the legacy, preserving the dream. We guard the borders, yeah, we hold the line, protecting what is sacred, protecting what is mine. We guard the borders, yeah, we hold the line, protecting what is sacred, protecting what is mine. Keep the boundary strong, guard your peace. The water always protects the stone. Moat and majesty, still standing, still secure. Yeah. They thought the jungle took it. They thought history forgot. But you can't bury what's sacred. Through the roots, through the rain, through the fire, we rise. Watch the canopy part. tried to swallow every single face. Vines wrapping tight like a serpent's grip. Moss on their hands where the water used to drip. For hundreds of years, silent in the shade, underneath the ceiling that the giant trees made. The banyan roots grew deep and strong, singing in the quiet like a forgotten song. They called it lost, called it a mystery, but we always knew the layout of our history. The jungle didn't steal it, it was holding the shield, keeping us safe till the truth was revealed. Through the damp and the dark, through the thick of the wild, the stone kept the secret of the sovereign child. Though the roots came heavy and the vines tried to bind, you can't bury the soul that we left behind. Rising through the canopy, piercing through the dark, still standing tall, leaving a permanent mark.
Rising from the canopy, reaching for the sun. They thought we were finished, but we've only just begun.
Yeah, rising through the canopy. Then came the storm of a modern day, when the skies turned red and the green turned gray. Shrapnel flying where the kings used to tread, an empire of stone facing bullets of lead. Heavy boots marching, shadows in the night, but even in the dark the towers kept the light. Chipped on the corners by the iron and the rust, but the spirit of the temple never crumbled in the dust. Through the decades of pain, through the heat of the war, the sacred ground guarded what we struggled for. You can heal the country, you can clear the field. When you look at the towers and you see they didn't yield, they stood like an anchor in the middle of the flood, deeper than the damage, thicker than the blood. Though the roots came heavy and the vines tried to bind, you can't bury the soul that we left behind. Rising through the canopy, piercing through the dark, still standing tall, leaving a permanent mark.
Rising from the canopy, reaching for the sun. They thought we were finished, but we've only just begun.
Yeah, rising, through the canopy. Now pull back the branches, clear out the rust, blow away the ashes, wipe away the dust. The stone is still breathing, the legacy is clear. We conquered the silence, we conquered the fear. No jungle can hide us, no conflict can break. The ancient giant is finally awake. Yeah, we awake. Yeah, we awake.
Though the roots came heavy and the vines tried to bind, you can't bury the soul that we left behind. Rising through the canopy, piercing through the dark, still standing tall, leaving a permanent mark. Rising from the canopy, reaching for the sun. They thought we were finished, but we've only just begun.
Yeah, rising through the canopy. Rising through the canopy. Out of the shadow,
Into the light,
rising
still standing.
always.
Look up. Beyond the clouds. Beyond the stars. They didn't just build a temple on the ground. They mapped the entire cosmos in the stone. The center of all things. Sacred Meru. Take a journey inward.
edge of the world we can see. The moat is the ocean of cosmic infinity. Step across the causeway, crossing through the space, leaving all the mortal worries of the human race. 5 towers rising like the peaks in the myth, anchored in the clay, but what they're speaking with is the language of the stars, the rotation of the sky, an astronomical clock that never tells a lie. During the equinox, when the day meets the night, the sun sits perfectly on the central peak's height. It's not a coincidence, it's a celestial design, a physical proof of the human and divine. They built the ladder to the heavens out of heavy gray blocks, holding cosmic secrets that the modern mind locks. We walk the concentric galleries, climbing up the levels, leaving behind our shadows and our personal devils. 5 towers reaching up to touch the cosmic space, aligning with the stars, finding our rightful place. It's more than just a monument, it's Mount Meru on earth, reconnecting to the cosmos, celebrating our birth. Mount Meru, the center of the soul, connecting with the universe to make the spirit whole. Sacred Meru on earth. Climb the steep steps to the central sanctuary, high where the earth ends and you're reaching for the sky. Every single flight is a struggle for the breath, a physical reminder of our life and our death. They make the stairs vertical, they make the climb steep, because the secrets of the cosmos aren't easy to keep. We transition from the outer to the inner chamber deep, where the quiet is eternal and the ancient shadows sleep. From the Hindu deities to the Buddha's quiet grace, the spiritual energy is layered in this place. A microcosm of the mind, a map of what we are, reflecting in the water like a distant falling star. We are small in the layout of the infinite design, yet we carry the spark of the architect's line. Find the axis of your world, find the pillar in your chest, and let the heavy spinning of the universe rest. 5 towers reaching up to touch the cosmic space, aligning with the stars, finding our rightful place. It's more than just a monument, it's Mount Meru on earth, reconnecting to the cosmos, celebrating our birth. Mount Meru, yeah, the center of the soul, connecting with the universe to make the spirit whole. Sacred Meru on earth. The universe is vast and the stars are so cold, but they carved the warm heart of the cosmos in stone. You don't have to look up to the sky for a sign. The temple inside of you is perfectly aligned. As above, so below, in the stone, in the soul, let it wash over you, and make yourself whole. 5 towers reaching up to touch the cosmic space, aligning with the stars, finding our rightful place. It's more than just a monument, it's Mount Meru on earth, reconnecting to the cosmos, celebrating our birth. Mount Meru, yeah, the center of the soul, connecting with the universe to make the spirit whole. Sacred Meru on earth, the center of all things. Inside of you, Mount Meru, stay aligned. Peace to the mind.
Yeah. From the quarries of Kulin to the towers in the sky, this isn't just stone. This is our spine. Listen. The sacred mountain cooling in the mist, Float the blocks down the canal, clenched teeth, iron wrists. Million tons of sandstone dragged through the mud. Every single pillar paid in sweat, strength and blood. No cement in the cracks, no mortar in the seams. Just the perfect in the locking of a sovereign's dream. So your arm in alignment, math in the design, tracing out the heavens in the geometric line. They thought the jungle would forget, thought the rain would erase, but the history is chiseled in the mountain's face. See the debater smiling through the moss and the gray, holding up the weight of the world today. We are just a nation living in a modern space. We are the architects of an immortal place. Look at the foundation, look at the design. You're looking at a legacy that beats the test of time.
They built it out of sandstone, built it to survive.
1,000 years of history,
Keeping the pride alive.
no mortar in the joints,
Just the vision and the grind.
we standing on the shoulders of a legendary mind.
Stone Empire,
We never fall.
we standing on the shoulders.
Of a legendary mind. Now draw the parallel, look at the people's soul. Chipped at the edges, but we still remain whole. Through the darkest of decades, through the heat of the fire, the Khmer spirit rises like a temple spire. They try to pull us down, try to break our crown, try to bury our culture deep in the ground. But like the roots of the banyan wrapped around the wall, our roots only hold us tighter so we never fall. You can't wash away what's engraved in the bone. We are resilient, built like the stone. From the fields to the city, from the past to the new, the blood of the builders is running inside of you. Stand tall, look 'em in the eye, feel the chest expand. We are the sovereign children of the golden land.
Built it out of sandstone, built it to survive.
1,000 years of history,
Keeping the pride alive.
no mortar in the joints, just the vision and the grind. We standing on the shoulders of a legendary mind.
Stone Empire,
Yeah, we never fall. We standing on the shoulders of a legendary mind. 5 towers reaching up, defying the gravity. Mirror in the water, reflecting majesty. They thought it was a ruin, a relic of the past, but monuments of spirit are designed to last. We are the storm, unshakable, unbreakable. Yeah, yeah, we are.
they built it out of sandstone, built it to survive.
1,000 years of history,
Keeping the pride alive.
no mortar in the joints, just a vision in the grind. We standing on the shoulders of a legendary mind.
Stone Empire,
Yeah, we never fall. We standing on the shoulders of a legendary mind. Standing tall, from the dirt to the sky. Stone Empire, yeah, never crumbles.
Look at the sky. The clouds part for the sun. From the ashes of division, one crown, one king. Suryavarman! Let him know!
blood was still warm. Rode in on an elephant, clearing the path. United the provinces, silenced the wrath. No more civil wars, no more brothers in fight. I found the empire in the heat of my might. They call me the sun and I shine on the land, forging a destiny with the war heart in hand. From the borders of Champa to the western seas, we made the great kings of the earth bend their knees. But a warrior's sword only conquers the clay. I wanted a kingdom that would never decay. So I looked to the stars, called the priests to the court. We're building a bridge where the gods can resort. Soya Barman on the throne, map in his hand, carving out a heaven on the Cambodian land. From the wars in the east to the towers in the sky, the king of the sun made sure the empire wouldn't die. Surya Barman, yeah, he rules supreme, carving a god's house out of a dream. The Sun King reigns. I broke from the old ways, aligned with the preserver, Vishnu the protector, the source of my fervor. This isn't just stone, it's a cosmic machine, the grandest alignment the world's ever seen. Every block of that sandstone is heavy with grace, to anchor the heavens in the physical space. See the vast relief stretching for miles on end, where the gods and the demons forever contend. I commanded the waters of Arrays were filled, feeding 1 million on the land that we tilled. They remember my name, not just for the sword, but the absolute majesty we built for the Lord. A sovereign, a builder, a shield to the weak. When history whispers it's my name they speak. Soya Barman on the throne, map in his hand, carving out a heaven on the Cambodian land. From the wars in the east to the towers in the sky, the king of the sun made sure the empire wouldn't die. Surya Barman, yeah, he rules supreme, carving a god's house out of a dream. The Sun King reigns. I am the shield, I am the protector. They call me Varman, the cosmic director. When my breath leaves this body, the stone will remain an eternal museum of Surya Varman's reign. They'll gaze at these towers and know we were kings, shining through whatever the future century brings. Yeah! Shining through it all. Surya Varman on the throne, map in his hand, carving out a heaven on the Cambodian land. From the wars in the east to the towers in the sky, the king of the sun made sure the empire wouldn't die. Surya Barman, yeah, he rules supreme, carving a god's house out of a dream. The Sun King reigns. King of the sun, Surya Varman the second, written in the stone forever.